This week on 49ers Cal High Sports Report, big games from all around the Bay Area. We'll have Half Moon Bay battling Palo Alto. Miramare hosts St. Mary's and St. Ignatius meets Campo Lindo.
We jump in the pool as Heritage swims against Granada. Lots of great volleyball, including Menlo at gun, and the San Ramon Valley football player getting amazing support from his community. It's all right now on 49ers Cal High Sports Report.
Welcome to 49ers Cal High Sports Report. I'm Robert Braunstein.
And I'm Marissa Levis. We start tonight in San Jose, where Valley Christian is expecting to have another fine season, with top defensive lineman R.J. Stone leading the way. Stone with 6 tackles and a sack in the Warriors opener last week. Yeah, big game for him. The Warriors with a tough test this week against a strong Wilcox team, led by quarterback David Hernandez, who we featured last season. The Chargers and Warriors battling on the hilltop Friday night. The sun is beating down on Wilcox and Valley Christian as they warm up to battle it out on this hot Friday night. Did you notice it was hot this week? To start it off, we have Valley Christian quarterback Juan Turner with a handoff to Charlie Bostic, who takes it 65 yards. I know his dad. First touchdown of the night. Moving ahead to the start of the second quarter, we have another handoff from Turner to Connor Edgar, who takes it downfield 15 yards for the score. At the end of the second, the handoff from Turner to Bostic, who runs it downfield 53 yards for a second TD of the night. Did I say I know his dad? And to finish off the half, it's Kyle Croning with the field goal, making the score 20-0, Valley Christian in the lead. Right back to start the third, it's Corey Taylor with the handoff to Nick Troford, another TD for the Warriors. And Valley Christian just keeps on rolling. Connor Edgar with a 45-yard touchdown run downfield, his second TD of the night, bringing Valley Christian score now 41-0. And now Wilcox with the ball and a pass downfield. It's intercepted by Valley Christian's Alton Julian, who runs it all the way downfield. It's a pick six for Julian and another touchdown for the Warriors. Nearing the end of the game now, it's Wilcox with the ball, and again a handoff to Paul Rosa, who takes it 15 yards for the score. To finish off the game, it's Wilcox quarterback and kicker David Hernandez coming up and booting the extra point to make the final score 48-7, a very impressive win by the Valley Christian Warriors. The Castlemont cheerleaders showing love for their Knights before taking on Arroyo. Castlemont up 14 to start the game, but it's Arroyo fighting back. Zachary Soto goes right up the middle to pull squad within 7. Second quarter, Castlemont now trailing 19-14, 8 minutes to go. Finis Davis Cater passes to Lazaro Alvarez. He takes the ball all the way down the field for the TD. 2-point conversion, not good, and it's the Knights up 22-19. Skip to the third, back come the Dons. Abraham Villavicencio drops back and airs it out to Jonathan Calling in the end zone. Arroyo now going for the 2-point conversion, and it's almost the exact play. Villavicencio again to Calling, and this time it's a one-handed grab, 27-22. But back comes Castlemont. Davis Cater taking matters into his own hands. He sees a wide open lane, and the Knights retake the lead 30-27. This one continued to go back and forth with seconds left in the third. It's Villavicencio going back to his favorite target. A bomb to Calling, 33-30 Dons. Again, the Knights not giving up. Davis Cater with the handoff to Alvarez, and we're just going to let him run for a while. Alvarez having himself a night on the ground. Nobody going to get in his way. Castlemont retakes the lead. It's 36-33. But just too much Arroyo in this one. Villavicencio with the handoff to Milton Render the third, and the Dons would hold on to win with the final of 40-36. Villavicencio leading the way with 3 touchdowns in this one.
The Harker Eagles getting set to go as they host Cupertino. First quarter, Harker on his first drive. Nate Kelly firing a strike to Angel Cervantes, who makes a nice catch, setting up a field goal, 3-0 Eagles. Later in the first, another Eagles field goal. It's a 38-yarder off the foot of Dominic Saya. 6-0 into the third quarter now. Hand the ball to Aaron Smith, who gets stopped at the line, but look at Aaron break free and ends up diving into the end zone. The 2-point conversion is good, and Harker has a 14-0 lead. The Harker D coming up big all night long. It's the kicker, Dominic Saya, chasing down the quarterback and getting the sack right there. And then later on in the third quarter, Harker driving as Kelly pump fakes, then fires over the middle, hitting Floyd Gordon, who hauls it in and takes takes it to the house, giving the Eagles a 21-0 lead. Tino set to punt, but in comes Jared Anderson to block it, and there to pick it up is Jalen Clark, and a nice return on the recovery there. A few plays later, Kelly sneaks it in himself, and the Harker Eagles have a 28-0 lead. Fourth quarter now, and handed to Aaron Smith, who had a terrific game for Harker, and that sets up Harker's final score of the game. A little trickery as the snap goes over the quarterback. Back there to catch it is Aaron Smith, who takes it in, and Harker goes to 2-0 on the season with an impressive 35-0 victory.
The Carondelet cheerleaders are here as the Lady Cougars host the Amador Valley Dons in an East Bay League opener. Amador out the gates running. Here's Helen Chow with a behind-the-back assist to Rachel Malmrose, who gets the kill. Down by 11, Cougars try to fight back, but the Dons' Caitlin McFall puts up a wall and gets the block. Amador Valley takes set 125-15. Cougars have an answer here. Maya Hank serving up a nasty ace to give Carondelet a 6-point lead. Dons on the attack. Here's Mahalia Jackson with a perfect pass to Zhao as she dumps it over the net. Great trick play right there. Amador takes the lead as Sarah Ribal winds up and lands this hard hit. The Dons take the second set 25-23. Amador trying to end this match. Here's Jackson attacking from the corner, but the Cougars' Ava Merton towers over the net and gets the block. The Dons absolutely clicking tonight. Here's Zhao with the cross the court set to Jackson, and she muscles this one to the wood as Amador Valley wins it in 3, grabbing a hold of their first league win of the season. It's Jackson, Reeves, and McFall leading the way for Amador Valley.
Each week this season, the Reicha Center presents the Player of the Week award.
The announcement made in a wrap produced by the hip hop department at the Reicha Center this week.
Cow High Players of the Week is back with a new track. Risk, Reicha Center, what's up, Bay Area? Yeah, Number 20 senior, Austin from MA. Putting on the show, precision on display. His play was crisp, bacon, B-Day. Austin got the power, flash and go like Kanye. Double A, score all the points in the game. His skills are loud and clear, they don't cease to exclaim. This man inflamed the ground with 3 touchdowns to his name. Insane, he came to destroy and acclaim. Now, if we talk aim, then we talk Robbie Rowell. Opponents can't do a thing but to throw the towel. Only needed 1 half to guarantee the dubs. Having touchdowns by halftime in 24 minutes, go dumb. It's easy like that, Robbie just smack, corners are collapse, opponents lick flat. This is the only way he knows. Back to back like these tracks, running laps on opponents' head. Now everybody knows.
South County Chrysler Jeep Ram Dodge cares about our young people.
So each week they will present a driving tip to help our teens drive more safely. Here's this week's tip.
I'm Sierra Adams from Kennedy High School with this week's South County Chrysler Safe Driving Tip. Research shows texting on average causes a loss of focus on the road for 4.6 seconds. You can drive the length of a full football field in that time. A lot can go wrong while you drive the length of a football field without your eyes on the road. Don't try the texting while stopped approach either, as many states ban texting while behind the wheel. And when you have your head down, you won't notice key developments that may occur. Remember, you still need to pay attention to the road when you're stopped.
Coming up, the Block Construction Blockbuster game as St. Mary's takes on Miramonte.
And Presentation takes on Homestead on the field coming up.
The Reicha Center is well known as an elite athletic training facility, but you might not be aware of all the ways the center touches the lives of our community. In addition to athletic fitness, nature awareness, and creative arts, the Reicha Center offers a diverse community service program, allowing students to gain leadership and life skills, learning the responsibilities of a real work environment, from working with young children to helping veterans with archery. The community service program will teach students the demands of a professional environment while fulfilling their high school's community service requirements.
Stevens Creek Toyota is proud to support high school sports to help mold the leaders of tomorrow. Now we invite you to experience the future today with the car of the future, the all-new 2016 Mirai hydrogen fuel cell vehicle. Be the first to drive the future today, or check out the amazing new 2016 Prius Liftback. Plus, experience genuine Toyota service in our state-of-the-art facility. Drive the future right in the heart of Silicon Valley at Stevens Creek Toyota San Jose.
For almost 50 years, Block Construction has been enhancing the Greater Bay Area and Central Coast, transforming the Northern California landscape, building corporate offices, schools, health and wellness centers, research labs, historic and non-profit buildings, using innovative and sustainable techniques, delivering safety and quality, creating trusting lifelong partnerships. Block Construction, building futures since 1970.
We're back at Levi Stadium with our NCS Blockbuster game. The Miramonte Matadors were impressive in their opening week win. The defense dominating with linebacker Sam Walker, a monster in that game, 12 tackles.
Yeah, Miramonte taking on St. Mary's this week. The Panthers looking for their first win of the season at Miramonte Friday night. It's our NCS Blockbuster game. Our Chiara Biagini was there.
Blockbuster game, yeah.
No better way to start the month of September than under Friday Night Lights. Tonight we have the Miramonte Matadors hosting the St. Mary's Panthers. The Mats coming off a big win last week against Vanden. Number 28, Peter Sturr, led the offense with 2 touchdowns and a total of 78 yards rushing. What a great way to start his senior year. As for the Panthers, they're still looking for their first win of the season. Last year they fell short to the Mats, so they're going to be coming out with a vengeance. Senior Nick Gaspardone will be calling the shots at QB for the Panthers. It's Miramonte and St. Mary's in our NCS Blockbuster game. Miramonte's offense gets right to work in the first quarter. Here's Asim Khan receiving the handoff. He sees an opening and takes it for a nice run. Next, it's quarterback Xavier Clark who receives the snap and takes it himself. He extends his arm and he's in for the TD. Mats leads 7-0 and gets the possession right back, but Clark's long throw gets intercepted by Panthers' Anton Morales. What a spectacular catch! St. Mary's picks it up at their 2nd-yard line. Here's Nick Gaspardone going long and finding Dylan Watt for a nice 38-yard gain, but the Mats defense does their job and gets the ball back. Second quarter now, Clark with the ball. He scatters to find room. He throws it upfield and flying in, making the diving catch is Reed Callister. The Mats bring it to 1st and goal. Clark hands it to Peter Sturr and he brings it home, extending their lead 14-0. Miramonte doesn't let up. With 2 minutes left in the first, Clark hands it to Sturr, who rushes in for a TD. At the end of the half, Mats lead 28-0. Miramonte isn't done yet. Third quarter, Clark throws to Keelan Stone, and that makes it 35-0 Mats. The Panthers do not go down without a fight. The Mats fumble the ball, and there to pick it up is Parker Bosch. He takes it to the 20, to the 10, touchdown Panthers! Great play, but Miramonte goes on to win it 35-7. Sturr talks to us after the game.
But this year I think my running game has improved as a running back, so hopefully I'd say our biggest strength, and our O-line improved also, so I'd say our biggest strength is the running game. We're definitely trying to go for a ring. We're definitely trying to go deep in the playoffs, but we know that Division III is really hard with Rancho Cotati, Bishop O'Dowd. There are teams that are above us that are really good and really talented, but I think we're up for the challenge if we can get a ring this year and put up another banner.
In our Blockbuster game, I'm Chiara Biagini, 49ers Cal High Sports Report. Homestead traveling to presentation in the second week of the field hockey season Tuesday afternoon. We start with the Panthers on offense. Madeline Whitney with the great pass up to Ashley Burns. Burns does the rest, slipping it past the keeper for the first goal of the game. The Panthers looking for more in the first half. The shot is off, but it hits the upright and bounces just past the goal. Homestead playing catch-up and moving the ball nicely. The Mustangs get denied on the first look, but get the rebound for another chance, but just too much Pres D to end the play. The Panthers continue to play hard. Madeline Whitney already with an assist. This time she gets the goal, extending the presentation lead to 2. Presentation still pushing on offense, driving downfield, but goalie Taylor Ortiz gets just enough pressure and the ball goes far left to keep her team alive. Homestead still not giving up in the second half. First shot looks good, but it's batted out of harm's way. The Mustangs still hanging tough, applying the pressure, but the Panthers get out of the jam. Prez clicking on all cylinders in this one. Off the rebound, it's Isabella Henderson getting into the mix for presentation. It's the third goal in the game for the Panthers, and that's the way it would end. Goals coming from Burns, Whitney, and Henderson in this one.
Sereno Group and the 49ers bring us the Coach of the Week award every week.
Here's the 49ers' Kyle Juszczyk with this week's announcement.
Hi, I'm 49ers fullback Kyle Juszczyk, here to announce the first Charlie Wiedemeyer Memorial Coach of the Week. for the 2017 season. Week 1 goes to Bellarmine College prep head coach Mike Jonda. After trailing for most of the game, the Bells running game took over in the fourth quarter. Coach Jonda will be invited to watch a 49ers practice at the SAP Performance Facility where he will be presented his award by 49ers head coach Kyle Shanahan. He also will be recognized on the field prior to our final home game of the season on December 24th. As part of this award, Bellarmine College Prep will receive a $1,000 grant from the 49ers Foundation. Congratulations to head coach Mike Jonda, this week's Charlie Wiedemeyer Memorial Coach of the Week.
Coming up, 2 outstanding East Bay teams as Oakland Tech meets Kennedy of Richmond.
But first, here's our Silver Creek Sportsplex Top 10 Volleyball Poll.
Head over to the Silver Creek Sportsplex in South San Jose for the excitement and fun of day camps for kids ages 7 to 12. Enjoy our state-of-the-art air-conditioned facility where your superstar will receive the best training in a variety of sports in the morning. They'll experience flag football and soccer on the Bay Area's best indoor fields. They'll learn roller hockey, baseball, softball, basketball, and badminton. Afternoons are filled with a variety of fun activities. Sign up now for summer camps. Build skills, make friends, and have fun.
The San Francisco 49ers are committed to helping kids live a healthy, active lifestyle.
You're plenty fast enough. You're plenty fast. Exchange, exchange. Good. Go, 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 go.
Check out 49ers.com/YF to see how you can get involved.
In 2006, a small group of dedicated, experienced real estate top producers broke from the tradition of large-scale real estate mega companies. Our goal was to form an upscale boutique agency with an unprecedented knowledge of the local market and community. We are the best and the brightest, top producing agents in Silicon Valley, agreeing to collaborate to leverage our talents and ensure the success of every opportunity for our clients. And we give back with $500,000 a year, annually going out to 24 different organizations. Sereno Group, here for good.
Hi, my name is Ed Graziani from Los Altos. I'm proud to support high school athletics on the 49er Cal High Sports Report.
Hi, I'm Kathleen Pizzine in Palo Alto, and I'm a proud supporter of Bay Area high school sports.
We're from Pioneer High School, and we are Cal High Sports!
Back at Levi Stadium in the NBC Sports Studio with the Kennedy Eagles off to a fine start again this season with an opening win following a fine playoff season last year. The Eagles feature outstanding quarterback Micah Barnes, who threw for 171 yards and 3 touchdowns in that opening game last week.
Yeah, impressive. But the Eagles are battling an Oakland Tech team looking to compete for an Oakland League title this year. It's the Bulldogs battling the Eagles in Richmond Friday night. The Kennedy Eagles running onto the field as they host Oakland Tech on a hot Friday night. Did you know it was hot? And the Eagles looking to score first, give it to Larry Washington Jr., and he's going to break a few tackles before being forced out of bounds. The Bulldogs answer right back. Cedric Gowdy connects with Josiah Ferguson for the TD. PAT was no good, and it's all tied at 6. Kennedy finds another gear from that point. Micah Barnes with the screen pass to Washington, who jukes out the defender and turns on the Jets. Check out the speed from the senior as he goes 81 yards to the house to give the Eagles a 12-6 advantage. And still in the second, and Barnes finds Washington yet again on the screen pass, but this time Washington shows the spin move, and he's going to fly again 63 yards this time as the Eagles take an 18-6 lead at halftime. Nobody catching him, and Kennedy continues the momentum in the third. Barnes with the QB keeper this time. He goes leaping over one defender and carries 2 more defenders with him for the touchdown. It's 24-6 Eagles. And just a little more insurance for the Eagles here as Barnes heaves one deep for Darrell Henderson, who's going to get up and make the terrific catch, and no one's going to get him as Kennedy goes on to win it 43-12 your final for their second win of the season. Big games coming from Barnes and Washington Jr. in this one. Half Moon Bay taking on Los Altos in their season opener, and the Eagles start off the season red hot. First quarter, some aggressive defense from Eric Warmoth. He knocks it loose, passes it to Kyle Sandell, who makes it 4-0 just 5 minutes into the game. Los Altos would go on to score 10 unanswered goals to start off the game thanks to some brilliant work in front of the Eagles' net. Greg Roper keeps the Cougars scoreless. 5 saves on the day for him. 2.5 minutes into the second, Cougars in striking distance. Liam Dempsey-Patrick with the toss to Nate Feeks, who buries it and breaks the scoreless drought. 10-1 Eagles lead. 2 minutes until the half now, it's 10-2, and Owen Berner finds Kyle Bistrain, and it's in there. Berner with the assist, and the Eagles showing off their teamwork in game 1. But Half Moon Bay showing their resilience. Over 2 minutes left in the third, Dempsey-Patrick lets it rip. The bounce shot is good, and it's 11-3. But the Eagle offense just too dominant. Fourth quarter, Tyler Burr with the spin move in front of the net. 18-5 was the score after that shot, and Los Altos would go on to win 19-5. A big game for Sandell, 8 goals to start off his senior season.
Each week, Stevens Creek Toyota brings us stories of athletes who have overcome adversity in their lives to succeed in school and in sports.
Robert, Jake Javier was about to complete his senior year at San Ramon Valley High School when his life took a sudden turn for the worse, forcing him to grow up even faster than the average 18-year-old. It was July 9th, 2016, a life-changing day for the Javier family. Jake was about to start his freshman year at Cal Poly San Luis Obispo when he dived into a pool and hit his head, becoming paralyzed from the neck down. Immediately, the entire San Ramon community came together to support Jake and his family through a grueling recovery process.
It's pretty crazy, man, how quickly life can change, something like that. I think just overall it really opened my eyes to how fragile we are as human beings. But he's really turned into my older brother, to be honest. Seeing how he's been able to cope and recover and keep just a great attitude every day. It's been awesome.
It's really special, knowing that all the support goes through something as far out as another year. I mean, I figured that it would be, over and I'm ready to move on with my life, but it's great seeing all these people come together still and come together and support. It's awesome.
Jake was a standout player on the SRV football team, not just with his ability on the line, but his dedication to being a leader. With the entire community on his side, Jake relied on the lessons he learned from his high school football career to get him through his recovery.
I mean, all sorts of lessons you learn from football, like I was saying, the hard work and the aspect of competition and just having something to push for and strive for. It really helps with the whole recovery process.
He was a great player. He was a leader. More importantly, he was a great person, and he really helped us set the tone for our program beyond the years that he was here in high school. So beyond being a good player, he was just a phenomenal legacy type of kid for our program.
Jake has continued to turn his injury into a positive. He has since started the Javi Strong Foundation, and earlier this month teamed up with De La Salle coach and SRV alum Bob Ladisser, hosting a full day of games with fellow East Bay high school football players. The event was a huge success and taught many high school football players the meaning of being a strong person on and off the field.
I think when we went out to talk to the kids, the thing that I thought was coolest is everybody knows that, that could be them. That could, as a parent, it's your worst nightmare. So to be able to do something as a group, as a community that's not only football, but, geographically, where most of us, don't like each other during the season, this was great.
His story is compelling and it's heartbreaking and it's inspiring on all the same level. And, I'm a San Ramon Valley High graduate, and Jake was, as a football player, I remember how good he was and how well respected and team leader, all that stuff. And, I just thought that we could do something for him.
Just a little over a year later, Jake continues to make big strides, working hard towards someday walking again. Jake is excited to start college next month.
Just ready to get going and, get down to school and just happy, just doing good.
While the road ahead continues to be filled with ups and downs, it's Jake's determination and love from his family and the community pushing him to walk again soon. And Jake will be attending Cal Poly San Luis Obispo this fall, which is great for him. And with all the new tests that they're trying and trials, he's hoping to one day walk again in the near future.
All right, very good.
Yes.
Thanks, Maris. One Hit Away brings us concussion prevention tips every week.
Here's Brett Baca with this week's tip.
Thankfully, over the years, there's been more and more research done about concussions. But did you know that subconcussive hits can lead to similar symptoms and effects? As a former college football player, I experienced approximately 1,500 hits to the head during one season between practices and games. Over time, the effects of subconcussive hits can induce concussion symptoms. So if you do not feel right during school, practice, or during the game, let your coach or trainer know. One Hit Away understands your brain can change your game.
Coming up, it's the South County Chrysler Game of the Week as Half Moon Bay battles Palo Alto.
And back to the hardwood for Menlo and Gunn. You're watching the 49ers Cal High Sports Report.
In the paper, hear it on the radio. It's the biggest Labor Day sales event ever at Northern California's #1 volume dealer, South County Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Fiat. Over 850 cars priced incredibly low. It's mind-blowing. Get up to $17,000 off on some new vehicles. 0% for 6 years, no payments for 90 days. It's the biggest Labor Day sales event ever. We're selling inventory by the minute at South County Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Fiat in Gilroy. Drive a little, save a lot.
49ers Cal High Sports Report is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By Block Construction, together building greatness. By the Silver Creek Sportsplex, the Bay Area's premier sports and fitness destination. The Rikus Center, where goals and dreams become a reality. And by DGDG.com, where we want you to be a happy car buyer.
This season, South County Chrysler Jeep Ram Dodge brings us the Game of the Week. We vote online, and the game with the most votes gets to be the Game of the Week. So that means reporter on the scene with interviews, Game of the Week t-shirts. It's a good thing.
Yeah, all good stuff. This week's Game of the Week features two teams with great traditions for outstanding programs. Half Moon Bay, a winner in Week 1 and coming off an impressive playoff season last year. Palo Alto looking to improve and go further in the playoffs this year. Pally and Half Moon Bay in the South County Chrysler Game of the Week. The Palo Alto Pep Band warming up the crowd on an already hot night. Red hot on the field were the Half Moon Bay Cougars, scoring early and often. Gavin Tomberlin firing to Hayden Von Allman, who goes to the 5. Chase Hoffman takes it in from there, 7-0 very early. The Vikings set to punt. The snap goes off the up man. The Cougars pounce on it deep in Pally territory. Joe Weinberger with the recovery. That sets up this Hoffman touchdown plunge. 13-0 Cougs. More Cougars as Tomberlin rolls out, and the lefty fires to Jake Kwosig, who makes a nice catch down to the 8-yard line. And then Tomberlin to the freshman Tristan Hoffman, 27-0 Half Moon Bay early in the second. The Vikings have an outstanding running back. This is Paul Jackson III with a nice run, but the Pally drive would stall. And then before the half Moon Bay driving again and again. It's Hoffman into the end zone. This is longest touchdown run of the night, and this one was out of hand by halftime. The Vikings looking to get on the board in the second half. It's Jackson again. Another nice run, but again, the Vikings would not score on this drive. Third quarter action still, and Hoffman hops in for another score. It's 40-0 Half Moon Bay Cougars. And then moments later, after an impressive drive, it's Hoffman with his 5th touchdown of the night. The Vikings do score late as Jackson Christ finds a tight end, Lou Passarello, in the end zone, but not near enough. As Half Moon Bay wins in impressive style, the Cougars talking about the win with 99-7 now Strawberry after the game.
And here they are, the Cougars of Half Moon Bay. Give it up for them. Let's talk to Gavin. Let's start with the quarterback.
Yo, 48-7. It was a shutout all the way into the fourth quarter. You guys were trying to prove a point at all?
We just came to the game. We knew they were a bigger team. Hear a lot about Palo Alto, and we knew that we had to bring it, and I thought we brought it and played as a great team.
All right.
And there's more to come.
Well, let's talk about what's coming up. You guys had that title last year. Is that in the past? Is that on your mind? Clean slate? What's the plan this year?
It's all in the past. Got to reset the memory. We're coming in hot this year.
All right, let's talk to Chase. Where's Chase at? Chase, here we go. I lost count at 4. How many times you get in the end zone today?
I think 5.
Something like that, 5 or 6. All right. almost hit double digits. This squad, a lot of veterans on the team, a lot of seniors. You guys have known each other since elementary school, right?
Yeah, we've been playing since '07. We all been playing Pop Warner together, and it's just been a real tight click together. And it's a great town. Everyone comes out to support, and it's just great.
Nice. Speaking of the town, let's talk to Camacho over here. Ricky. So Half Moon Bay is on the coast. This was the hottest day in Bay Area history. They had to delay the game an hour and a half because it was so late. Do you guys have a disadvantage? You guys are coming from the beach into the peninsula. Like, how did that factor in?
No, it didn't affect us. We still played tough. I don't know.
And you still look good. That's the important part, right?
Yeah.
There you go. This is going to be a victory bus ride back to the coach, back to the coast. My name is Strawberry, on the radio at 99.7 now every night. But these are the Cougars of Half Moon Bay.
Squid Rats on 3. 1, 2, 3. Squid Rats!
The Menlo Knights are stoked to be visiting the Gun Titans. It's the Knights versus the Titans Tuesday night. We start off with Sienna Houghton, who bumps it to Kristen Sellers as she gets it to Grace King, who kills it for the Knights. It's Sellers and King again who double team to pass the ball to Ashley Dreyer, who sends it into the hardwood as the Knights take the lead 19-10. Then doing it all by herself is King, returning the ball with a kill, taking the first set for Menlo. And the Gun Titans begin cutting the deficit early on. Julia cuts and bumps it back to Dila Kurt, who finds Lauren Griffin, who nails it. But the Knights make it seem easy as Anna Gurgasen gets the ball from Sellers and slams it down 13-7. And the Knights are on fire as Sellers again passing to King, who finds a hole in the Titan D. These girls are unstoppable. King receives the ball from Grace Enright and she drives it home, keeping the 8-point lead. The Titans don't give up. Gutson bumps it to Kurt, who sets it back up for Gutson, and she gets the kill to catch up. Serving up aces for dinner, it's Lauren Goldberg with her 4th ace in a row, but the Knights take the second set 25-11. Into the third, it's team player Sellers finding none other than King. King comes in with a hard hand, and the Menlo Knights end gracefully as Enright catches the low bump to King, and the Knights shut down the match 25-8. Menlo now with their 4th win of the season with the 4-2 record.
Once again this season, Lexus of Stevens Creek is honoring athletes who do great volunteer work in their community.
This week's Lexus of Stevens Creek Volunteer Award goes to Tai Mei Chang. Tai Mei is a force on the Carmont girls volleyball team and an outstanding student. Tai Mei uses her love for horses to help special needs people to learn about horses, about riding and caring for the horse. Tai Mei explains why this volunteer work is so important to her.
I feel good about it. It makes them really happy and they love animals as well. So it's great to see them happy, even though like maybe one's in a wheelchair. You get to help them out and hold them on their side next to the horses.
Coming up, the Midi Monarchs meet the Bears from Menlo Atherton.
And later, St. Ignatius meets Camp Alindo as 49ers Cal High Sports Report continues. For the second week in a row, the Menlo Atherton Bears take on a West Catholic League power. Last week, the Bears played very well, but ended up losing a tight one to Bellarmine. This week, they look to rebound against Midi.
Yeah, the Monarchs are looking for their first win of the season. Keith Burns' team looking to challenge for a West Catholic League title. A big test against Menlo Atherton Friday night.
Keith Burns getting his Monarchs pumped up as they take the field on a hot Friday night. Opening drive for the Bears, but it's the Midi D coming out of the gates on fire. A host of defenders applying the pressure and getting the safety. Midi now on offense, and it's sophomore Shamir Bay keeping it for himself. Visitors take an early 9-0 lead. Second quarter, 4 minutes left. Score now 9-3. It's Bay once again, this time with a fake handoff. He finds the gap, weaving in and out of defenders. Midi up 16-3. 3:50 to go in the second, and Menlo Atherton answers. Miles Conrad goes to the air. He throws a beauty of a pass to Spencer Corona for the touchdown. Monarchs still lead 16-9, and then with just under a minute to go, the Bears not done. It's Conrad again airing it out, this time to Troy Franklin, and we head to the half tied at 16. Third quarter, leave it to sophomore Shamir Bay, his 3rd touchdown on the night, and it's 23-16. Fast forward to the 4th, Midi looking for some more insurance. Chaz Sens somehow gets through the gap, getting downfield. Monarchs score a few plays later to go up 14. But don't count MA out of this one. Conrad is going to run his way in for 6, and Menlo Atherton pulls within 7. 3:30 to go to Bears deep in red zone territory, looking to tie this one up. But the snap gets loose, and there to fall on it is Evan Friend, and man, was he everyone's best friend. MA would get one last shot, but Midi holds on to win a thriller with a final of 30-23. Shamir Bay leading the way with 3 touchdowns in this one.
How you doing? It's Lynbrook visiting the brand new Harker gym to take on the Eagles. In the first, it's all Harker as the Eagles' Isabella Spradlin goes up for the block. More Eagles in the first. Katrina Lau to Emily Cheng out to Spradlin for the lefty smash. Harker wins the first 25-9. Lau to Cheng, this time a short set to Tiffany Chow, and that one's not coming back. Second set now, and Lynbrook wakes up big time. Sarah Mandich, a nice serve, and right there on the overpass is Amy Steinmetz. That was vicious. Tight second set, but Lynbrook will prevail. There at the net for the roof is Mandich, and we're tied at 1 set apiece. Harker battling back in the third as Karen Kraus delivers it to a flying Melissa Kwan with a deep set to Lauren Napier, who tools it off the block. Later in the third, it's Harker's Lau to Kwan over to Cheng, who rifles it off the defender as Harker takes a very close third set. Then the Eagles close it out in the fourth. Lau to Cheng with a nice back set to Spradlin, who goes hard line, and Harker wins it in 4 as the Eagles win their third match of the season.
Synergy Environmental Solutions celebrates players who go all out for their team, just like Synergy goes all out for its customer.
Yes, doing the dirty work this week is Leland's Ryan Kantz, number 9 on defense, picking off the pass and taking it to the house. Ryan Kantz doing the dirty work, just like Synergy Environmental Solutions. Remember, you can buy the entire game from the games we showed tonight on either DVD or we'll send it to you digitally. Go to CalHighSportsBayArea.com to order.
And be sure to follow us on social media at 49ers Cal High Sports on Twitter and Instagram. And be sure to subscribe to our YouTube page. We'll let you know when new videos are there to watch.
Coming up, action from the second blockbuster game as St. Ignatius meets Campo Lindo.
And later, Willow Glen and Mount Pleasant as the 49ers Cal High Sports Report rolls along.
The Rikus Center has long been a staple of the Bay Area sports community, offering flexible and adaptable training programs for all ages. Among their most advanced programs is Cornerstone, a training course that combines a group-style training session with one-on-one supervision to optimize the training of its most elite athletes. Beginning each session with a group-based training workout, Cornerstone offers the best of both worlds. Fluid dynamic sessions followed by routine, all the while being assisted by the center's certified coaches.
Hi, I'm Tom McGraw, and I have the privilege of serving as CEO of First National Bank of Northern California. It's also been a privilege to grow up and make my home in the beautiful Bay Area and play high school sports just like many of you. We're proud to support local businesses and homeowners, as well as the hardworking youth and student athletes in the Bay Area. Come in and meet us and see how community banking really makes a difference in building stronger neighborhoods. Come into a branch and say hi.
Bank on it on 3. 1, 2, 3. Bank on it!
You read it in the paper, hear it on the radio. It's the biggest Labor Day sales event ever at Northern California's #1 volume dealer, South County Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Fiat. Over 850 cars priced incredibly low. It's mind-blowing. New cars under $10,000. New Fiat 500 and Jeep Renegade for just $9,999. Dodge Journey Automatic for only $15,888. It's the biggest Labor Day sales event ever. We're selling inventory by the minute at South County Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Fiat in Gilroy. Drive a little, save a lot.
Our second block construction blockbuster game features an NCS versus CCS contest with two outstanding teams. The Campo Cougars have a long tradition of success under one of our favorite head coaches, Kevin Macy, who always gives you stuff when you go, jackets, hats, everything. Me, I get nothing.
Yep, whole new wardrobe every season.
Yeah.
It's quite nice.
For you.
Yeah, not for him. Yep, St. Ignatius battles in the very tough West Catholic League every year. The Wildcats coming off a tight Week 1 win and looking to make it 2 in a row in the blockbuster game at Campo. And our Aubrey Tolliver was there.
Blockbuster game, yeah.
St. Ignatius taking on defending state champs Campo Lindo under these Friday night lights. Keep an eye out for the Cougars' John Torchio. He's going to be playing quarterback, wide receiver, and D-back tonight. We're going to see a lot of him. The Cougars are 0-1. They lost to Marin Catholic last week, while SI 1-0 beat Clovis East. It's SI versus Campo in this week's Blockbuster Game of the Week.
These kids look pretty excited for Campo's first home game of the season, kicking things off just 4 minutes into the first. SI's QB Charlie Katz gets the snap, puts it up, and wow, that was perfect. That's David Woodruff taking it 64 yards after the PAT. Wildcats up 7. 2 minutes later, Torchio, under some pressure, finds an open lane and takes it down the field himself. 25 yards. That would lead to a Cougar touchdown. We are tied at 7. Second quarter now. Torchio gets a snap, and again he sees that open lane and takes advantage of the hole in the defense. Gets in the corner there, and Campo goes up by a TD with just over 10 minutes into the second. On the following kickoff, Seppi Ortman with a pretty good kick. The ball finds Bo Sidwell on the receiving end, and spoiler alert, no one is stopping him. A 99-yard kick return ties up the game, 14 apiece. Cat, once again, goes long, and he puts the Cats in pretty good field position with this one. 8 minutes left until the half. That is until this next play. Here, the ball is snapped and it is thrown up, and we have a Cougar and a Wildcat fighting for this one. Which one is it going to be? My odds are on the Cougars. Yep, the Cougar wins. Ian Concepcion with the interception. 5 minutes later, Campo makes it down the field. Torchio with the quick pass to Vincent Mossadi. A crucial block by Lucas Allen, and Mossadi is in there, and he knocks down the pylon for some reason. It would be 21-14 at the half. 5 minutes into the third, Cats with the handoff to Henry Vatinel. He passes everybody and is taken down 30 yards later. SI would score at the end of the drive. Next quarter, Wildcats threatening yet again. Cats gets the low snap but recovers. He tries right, then goes left, and he goes all the way. But that last effort just wasn't enough. Defending state champs win 47-28. Torchio, after a huge game, talks about his team's goals.
We just want to live up to last year's expectations and hopefully make it to Thanksgiving week. That's our goal every year.
For our blockbuster game, I'm Aubrey Tolliver, 49ers Cal High Sports Report.
The Los Lomas Knights looking for win number 2 on the season as they take on Alhambra Tuesday night. The Bulldogs getting things going early. Sophia Olsen to Rachel Gray to Gabby Chase, who goes off the defense for the kill. But the Lady Knights come to play in this one. Geneva Mays finds Alexa Evans. She tips it over for the nifty point. However, Alhambra would take a close first set. Aaron Silva with the pass, Gray the set, and Sterling Parker with the kill. Alhambra takes the first, onto the second. Alhambra looking to continue the momentum, but Evans comes up big on defense as she gets the block. But the Bulldogs regain momentum. Olsen over to Gray, and she sets up Chase nicely for the monster spike as Alhambra wins the second 25-20. Alhambra looking to win it in set 3. Parker to Gray to Olsen for the nice kill. But Los Lomas fights back. Mays on the dig. Evans with the back set, and Grace Paulson finishing as the Knights rally to win at 25-20. The Knights continue on in set 4. Evans passes to Ashley Haskett over to Madison Cortesis, and she taps it over the net for the point. Still set 4, and the Bulldogs begin to rally back. Michaela Resentes over to Gray, who sends it over to Olsen, and she finishes. Match point now for Alhambra, and it's Silva to Gray to Resentes, who puts it away as the Alhambra Bulldogs take it in 4 sets for their first win of the season. Big games from Olsen, Resentes, and Parker. The Harker School brings us the Scholar Athlete Award every week, the award going to a student who is outstanding in the classroom and in sports.
This week, the Harker School honors Sacred Heart Prep outside hitter Kate Dessler, one of the very best players in the Bay Area. Kate also sports a sparkling 4.04 GPA.
The Harker School is well known for its outstanding academic programs, but this week the school was proud to introduce its new gym. We saw the Harker volleyball team earlier in the show playing its first game at this spectacular new facility that includes a training area, team locker rooms, and lots more. Once again this season, Adobe brings us advice on how to use their software to make great highlight reels and team videos.
Here's Robert in the office with this week's tip.
Adobe recently added a new text tool workflow to Premiere Pro. The new tool makes it really easy to add and manipulate your text. To add text to your video, just click on the text tool icon, then click anywhere on the program screen and start typing. A new file shows up on your timeline to place wherever you wish. It's a new way to use Adobe products to make your team video or highlight reel better than all the rest. Coming up, back to San Jose for a Thursday night contest between Mount Pleasant and Willow Glen.
But first, here's this week's Silver Creek Sportsplex Top 10 football poll.
'49ers Cal High Sports Report is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By South County Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. Drive a little, save a lot. By Stevens Creek Toyota. It's where the deals are. By Club Sport at the Sportsplex. Live healthy. and by the Sereno Group, here for good.
Hi, I'm Lucy Wiedemeyer, longtime real estate broker, and I'm teamed up with Keith Andre, my favorite son-in-law. Many of you remember Charlie Wiedemeyer, my husband. We both support high school sports.
Hi, John Failer out of Saratoga and Santa Clara. I am very proud to support Northern California Bay Area high school sports.
Back at Levi Stadium and the NBC Sports Studio with two San Jose teams, Willow Glen and Mount Pleasant, going at it on Thursday night.
Yes, the Rams led by Lorenzo Gales, who ran for 111 yards in Week 1. The Cardinals coming off an opening week loss and looking to get one back at Willow Glen Thursday night. Team captains take the field as both Mount Pleasant and Willow Glen look for their first win of the season. First drive for the Rams, Willow Glen in striking distance. Lorenzo Gales finds Joe Ramos and he takes it to the house. The Rams off to a quick start in the 7-0 lead. 4 minutes into the third, this time Gales finds a wide open Waking Bailey and he walks into the end zone. Rams up 14 in the second. Cardinals ball now. Everardo Cervantes takes the snap and shovels it to Ethan Hernandez, who throws a long ball to Alfredo Hernandez, 36 yards, but the Rams would eventually get the stop. Second half, Cards at midfield, and Jacob Soraya would snatch this one out of the air. The Rams take over with 10 minutes left in the third quarter. And a couple of snaps later, Gales with the short pass to Bailey, and watch this guy run. Dodges not just one, but two tackles. No one stopping him. After the extra point, it's 21-0 Willow Glen. 2 minutes later, Gales goes long, and he finds Albert Hernandez. Did he stay in? Yes, he did. The ref says yes, 27-0. Approaching the end of the third, and Rams once again find the end zone. Bailey fights his way in, and it's 32-0. Fourth quarter, just 3 minutes left in the game, and Hernandez trying to get downfield in a hurry. He puts it up, and the pass is complete to Bryce Barajas Colom, but the Rams go on to win 35-0. Bailey with an awesome game and 2 touchdowns.
The Granada Matadors preparing to take on the Heritage Patriots into the first 2 minutes of the game. Ella Simone takes a shot from way out and past the goalie for the first goal. A few plays later, the Patriots on the attack again. Caitlin Rodriguez finding a wide open Emma Lapum in the crease for the 2-0 lead. So in the first 2 minutes left, Ella Simone with a breakaway and wide open shot. It's her second goal of the game. The Matadors now on the attack. Jackie Urban crosses it to Kendra Battle, who scores with only 2 seconds left on the clock, but the Matadors trail 5-2. Into the second quarter, Shaylee Hansen from about 30 feet out fires this one to the back of the net. It's a commanding 7-2 lead for Heritage. The Patriots still holding possession. Emma Lapum lofts it to Maddie Bursch for the 1-2 finish and the 8-3 lead. Into the start of the third now, this is Izzy Stremling going clear across the pool for a wide open Simone, who turns and fires to the back of the net. And it's Simone again sharing some of the glory with her teammates by finding Shaylee Hansen over the middle, who scores her third goal of the game. Simone was the real superstar of this game, who led the team in scoring by getting her 6th goal on the day right there, as the Patriots dominate. 16-4 was the final. The Sacred Heart Prep girls volleyball team is off to a fine start this season.
Yes, the Gators meeting with Robert to talk about it at the Rica Center this week.
We're at the Rica Center here in Menlo Park, a complete training facility on the peninsula, but also video production, photography, hip-hop, and a whole lot more. And here they are, the Lady Gators from Sacred Heart Prep. Welcome, ladies. Right here with me, Kate Dessler. Kate, senior on this team, 4-year starter on this team. What's it like being such a big part of this program for the past 4 years?
Well, it's really an honor to play with these girls every single day. We have a great group of players throughout my whole season, my whole career here at Sacred Heart. I just really love the friendships that I've built over the years.
All right, here's Caroline Caruso, another senior on this team. Caroline, talk about this team so far. You guys made it to NorCal's last year. What are your expectations this year?
Last year we made it to semifinals in NorCal, and this year taking one game at a time, but hoping to go to state and hopefully to win it.
Things looking good so far?
Yeah, for sure, definitely.
Doing very well. All right, here is Haley Martella, a senior setter on this team, the girl in the middle, passing the ball all the time. You enjoy that position on this team?
Yes, it's definitely my favorite position. I think passing is obviously the most important part of our team, so it starts the pass every play, and it's definitely an honor to set such amazing hitters.
And tell me about the character of this team. What are these girls all about back here?
The theme of this year is grit, and I can confidently say that all of us have extreme grit, like both on and off the court. We work extremely hard, always have each other's backs, and I have never been on a team that's had so much chemistry.
I think that should go on the t-shirts, extreme grit for the Gators. Celia Charlton, another senior on this team. Celia, talk about the coaching staff and what they bring to the school.
They're definitely really great. They push us definitely a lot, but not too hard. They're also really supportive. So if we need to practice anything outside of practice, they're definitely willing to do that as well.
Sacred Heart Prep Gators looking for big things once again this year. Ladies, take us out with a cheer.
Prep on 3, 1, 2, 3, prep!
DG presents the Be Happy play each week. This was a play in a game that made everyone happy.
This week's Be Happy play goes to the Amador Valley Dons and Caitlin McFall. In a big-time game, it's Caitlin getting up for the big-time block one more time in slow-mo. It's the Dons very happy in this week's Be Happy play. Go to dgdg.com to find out how you can be a happy car buyer.
Coming up, it's the Service by Medallion play of the week. It might be this play, but maybe not.
But first, here's this week's training tip from our good friends at the Rikus Center.
Hey, I'm Coach Juan Pablo Rijardo. Today's training tip is single leg box squat with RNT. That stands for reactive neuromuscular training. What we're going to do is we're going to take a mini band, place it right above the knees. We're going to have the athlete stand on one leg with the opposite leg pulled out in front and slightly away. From here, he's going to sit back onto the box, reaching his hips back to the box. The squatting leg, he's going to try to keep nice and straight. Stand back up. The opposite leg is going to keep pulled away to create a little stretch on the band. This band is trying to pull the knee in, stand back up. His goal is to keep the knee nice and straight without allowing it to cave in. Good alignment from the ankle to the knee through the hip.
The winner of the Service by Medallion play of the week gets a hat, a backpack, and an invitation to our end of the season awards banquet right here at Levi Stadium.
Yes, we'll show you some really good contenders and then award this week's play of the week.
Play of the week.
We start back at the Harker School, a father and son playing invisible volleyball. It doesn't get any better than that. Here's Willow Glen's Waking Bailey breaking tackles 49 yards for the touchdown. Waking Bailey, that's my new favorite name, with the touchdown for the Rams. Here's Midi Shamir Bey weaving his way through the defenders, finally diving in for the touchdown in the Monarchs' victory this week. It was a close game, and that play was huge. We go back to Harker School and the football team off to a 2-0 start. This is Aaron Smith. Looks like he stopped, but he bounces off the pile, goes to the outside, and finally dives into the end zone for the touchdown. Charlie Bostic with a big hole in his line, doing a great job, and Charlie's got great speed, much faster than his dad ever was. Charlie Bostic with a great play there. This one is terrific. Look at the one-handed grab by Jonathan Kaling for the Arroyo Dons. But the play of the week goes to Micah Barnes, the quarterback for Kennedy of Richmond, to the outside, looking to throw, decides to run, then hurdles the defender, breaks a tackle, breaks another, and hits the pylon for the touchdown one more time. Micah Barnes with the play of the week. That's the play of the week, and that's 49ers Cal High Sports Report for this week. Thanks for watching. I'm Robert Bronstein.
And I'm Marissa Levis. Be sure to join us next week for the story of the Richmond football player and his amazing path to play this season. We'll see you then.